Jose.
Legacy Unlocked. When you're locked out of your vehicle, can't get in your car, call Legacy. Serving West Palm Beach and surrounding cities. That's area code 229-630-7615. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you been denied disability, Social Security, or custodianship of your children? Call Antonio Williams. He has the knowledge and experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let him represent you. That's Antonio Williams, your non-legal attorney consultant.
Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at www.justintimeaccessories. Just in Time Accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out. Just in Time Accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at
The one thing that I found out in my life is that God doesn't bless who you pretend to be.
Ooh.
He blesses who you really are.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of people are trying to put on a facade of who they really want to be, and I'm telling them, if you're honest with where you are right now, that's the only way you can move to where you really want to be.
Okay.
Now I'm from the Midwest, so I don't know how to get to every place, so I put it in the GPS. The first thing the GPS asks you is, can I use your location?
Okay.
And I think too many people are saying they're somewhere that they're not. And if they could actually, in 2024, say, you know what, I want to go to somewhere different, but I got to be honest about where I am right now.
Okay.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of the Anthony Brown Show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown. Welcome to this segment that we call ATL, Family and Friends. I am so excited to be here with you all tonight, to be in your presence just one more time. You know, if this is your first time here, definitely hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. It costs you absolutely $0 to subscribe. It's free. So what you waiting for? Statistics have shown that about 80% of the viewers that watch our show are not yet subscribers. So that's called shacking up. You know what I'm saying? So stop shacking up. Let's go ahead and make this relationship official. It costs you nothing. Just hit that subscribe button, that red button. Hit that subscribe button, click that bell. That way you'll be notified every time we go live or post any information on this channel. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that thumbs up, that like button. That lets YouTube know that you appreciate what we're doing over here. And they then share our material with other people with similar interests. And of course, if you comment below, we will read your comments loud, live, and in color on the air and respond accordingly. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? We do this show twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Thursdays 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Thursdays, we usually have live special guests that we invite on the show. But tonight, I can't do the show by myself. This is a family thing, a family affair. It's just a family affair. Y'all know the old school jam. Well, you know what I'm saying? So I can't do this by myself. So I'm calling on none other than the help and the support of my brothers, my sisters, my brothers from another mother, my sisters from another. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? And so tonight I'm joined by my little big brother, Mr. Legacy the Great.
What it do? What it do? And don't ever address the team as the help, cause I ain't your motherfucking help.
You ain't scared to talk to me like that?
Why? I don't want to have to end up taking that gray from around your beard.
Oh, you see, you internet internet bully, a keyboard
Oh,
bully.
here we go. Here we go. Talking about internet bullying and stuff. Where's the lady behind the scene that's supposed to be able to, make sure that shit go right? She back there just letting you talk any kind of way to my internet bullying and stuff.
That's what you are, internet bully.
trying to get me what they call it, counseled.
Okay. Let's see who's this. Tina said, "Hey y'all."
Hey, man, Mo. Tina in the Mo. Say you gotta go.
And of course, I'm joined by none other than the fattest, juiciest, roundest cakes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think most wedding cakes is like 3-4 layers. Well, these motherfucking cakes is up there in the hemisphere. You know what I'm saying?
Not in the hemisphere.
In the hemisphere.
We got juicy cake.
Blessings, everybody. How are y'all doing?
Hey, Cakey.
We doing great. We doing
What's
great.
going on? Look, y'all, I'm so I had went and had clicked the wrong link, and it had said show ended. That's why I was calling you, and I was like, the show just started. I said, what the hell?
That's that blonde. Okay.
Yes. I said, wait, something ain't right. I had to go back out.
I'm bilingual and that I'm half Hispanic. So let me get my brother on here. My brother from none other than my Spanish brother, Mr. Jose Alvarez.
One more minute and I would have left this joint. All right. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
what is it with you, Legacy?
Jose.
You
Hey,
even
Tony,
trying
I've been
to
holding this joke for Jose all day. So I want everybody to listen, but I want everybody's cooperation and participation. Tony and Kate and Jose, why don't anyone like to play Uno with Latino or Spanish people?
Well, they think they the one.
They think they're the one. No, Kate.
I never even thought about that question. I don't really know.
Okay, well let's go to my Spanish
Why
brother.
would you?
Jose, what is
Why
the answer?
why would you even think about that question?
What is the answer, Jose? Well, I'll go ahead and tell you. Because
sure
they
you're gonna do
hog
that
all the
anyways.
green cards.
That's what's up.
I wasn't ready.
Hold
Wow.
on.
Legacy.
Oh,
Wow. That wasn't even that funny, guys.
It was
yes, it
not.
was.
Look,
That
our
was not
audience
that
even
funny.
was talking about. I want to know.
It wasn't that
Legacy.
funny. Come
Oh
on.
my. Let me tell you something. So, oh my goodness, I had to have this talk with Naeem
But what?
because he wanted to know if we were black, then what color was everybody else?
That's a good question.
And why did he ask that question?
What was the answer?
Well, it sure wasn't because y'all take all the green cards.
Y'all.
Oh,
You didn't think he was black?
So one, I had to first let him know that if he went inside the crayon box and the color black did not represent who he was, so he's not black, a color crayon, and we shouldn't identify as black. But people did try to classify colors and put that to races. And so I did explain to him that Asians were considered yellow and Mexicans were orange. And so we went over the colors of the rainbow and how we all are considered people, just all one big color. And that's why we have hue men, and there are more than 16 shades of black. And so anybody with hue, color to the pigmentation is also considered in that crayon box of black. However, he's 9 years old, and the way he
Oh.
understood it is he be like, hey, yellow.
wow. Wow.
I'm sorry. The way he understood it. What was it?
The
He
Asians
greets
are
people by
yellows.
their color.
That Haitians are yellow? Oh. Okay.
hmm And what you mean that orange girl down there? Yeah.
That's
So
well, that so orange was what color? Spanish,
Spanish,
Mexican.
Mexicans?
Mexican,
Mexican.
Mexican.
Jose, I got a quick question because this was told to me by because I told this joke to my coworkers, and like I told y'all earlier, I deal with a lot of Hispanics and Latino people, and I'm talking about they loved it. They loved it. But
Okay.
one of them named Freddie told me that that there's a misconception that Spanish and Latino are grouped together, but are not. You know, they don't all go by or come together as Spanish individuals or
Yeah.
a Spanish group. Is that
I
right?
don't know that it's. I don't know that it's a misconception. I think it's just because the Hispanics are Spanish speaking people, and the Spaniards are also Spanish speaking. So some people will say, "Oh, you're Spanish," but that doesn't mean that they're calling you that you're a person from Spain. It's usually
Right.
when they say that it's because you speak Spanish, so they immediately think of you as a Spaniard. But Latinos are very proud. I'm
Right.
Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Mexican. I'm Cuban. You know, and one of the problems that we have in this country when it comes to that is that um, Americans, and I mean by that I mean white people, think that we're all Mexicans. See, I was gonna say to Juicy when she was saying, you know, the thing about the green cards, I was gonna tell her I'm Puerto Rican. I don't have a green card because I was born. Uh, I'm born
You're
under
on
the American
territory,
flag.
right?
I'm a U.S. citizen by birth because that's one of the rights that the colonies have, and we are a colony of the United States. But that's it doesn't matter. Uh, some of the Latinos, you know, from different countries are so proud that when they get bunched up together with just one of those countries and they're not from that country, that you know that pisses people off.
Now,
I'm not
Jose, let me ask
offended because I love all those countries. Like I don't have a problem with you know if somebody calls me a Cuban. If you're Cuban and you call me a Cuban, then I have a problem with it. But
But let me
that's
ask you a question,
between
Jose.
me
Let me
and
ask you
you.
a
Why?
question,
I
Wait,
Wednesday.
mean,
why?
Hold on, no, that's
Why?
what I'm finna.
because
I'm
when
finna. I was finna.
when you're talking to Spanish speaking people and they can't pick up your accent and they assume you are something, I don't get upset. I just play with them. I just tell them, hey, don't offend me. Like that. We make jokes like that. But
So
no,
Jose,
it
let me
doesn't
ask
really
you a
bother me.
question. Let me ask you a
Some people
question.
do. It does bother some.
Let me ask you a question, Jose. Okay, now I hear you when you say people get upset, but how do you expect? How do unless you're saying that everybody that we come across, individuals come across in America, a lot of people don't like to be grouped up. So
Yeah,
unless people are walking around with a sign or a tag on
of
them
course.
saying, "Hey, I'm Latino, I'm Dominican, I'm Cuban, I'm Mexican, Guatemalan, whatever." If I don't know that this is what you rep your nationality,
Yeah,
then why get mad? Because truthfully, even in America, blacks are just as disenfranchised with Haitians, Jamaicans, Africans. They just see color and say, "Oh, black." We don't unless you have these distinct features in your face to let
you
a
can't
lot of
tell
people
that where they're from.
right,
But
but a
see,
lot
the
of
thing is
people
that a lot of
go ahead.
people, the attitude is assumption. Is when you assume that they're from one country. Like I've been told, go back to your country, and I look at them like, what are you talking about? Where do you think I'm from? You know, you know what I'm
I was
saying? But I
born
don't.
here.
But I don't. It doesn't matter to me because I don't. I know who I am, and I don't get rattled easily by something like that. That's ignorance is not. It's not really a knife. You know what I mean? Ignorance is not a knife, so I don't worry about that. But I do hear it sometimes in the when they talk. It doesn't necessarily. You don't have to know where I'm from because I'm not wearing it on my on my sleeve that you can see it. I get that. Just don't jump to conclusions because I'm Hispanic that I am from that one country that you think we're all from. You know what I'm saying? That's all. No big deal though. I don't. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't bother me that much. I just say if people don't know, and it's ignorance comes with it comes with ignorance. I guess I don't know. I don't. It doesn't really bother me that much.
Forrest Gump said, "Stupid is as stupid does."
So exactly.
Welcome to the show, Donovan.
Yeah.
Thank you
DP.
for allowing me to
Oh,
be
you
at
guys
the
are
Hey,
show.
DP.
What's up? I'm with y'all live.
You
doing
okay?
shopping tonight, huh?
In
Oh yeah,
Dollar Tree.
I called up and I told her, hey, I'm gonna be shopping. So, and she said I'm gonna be shopping too. So we're live.
Join
Okay.
me.
You and Juicy can meet at the register.
Mm.
Yo, I'm too. You're already at the GC, right?
No, I need
That's
to
a
go
different
up to the
store.
register for real.
That's a different store. Yours has a different ceiling than hers. I don't know where she's at.
She's
Where are
at
you at, Susie?
See.
she's at a Walmart. Oh
Yeah?
no, she's at a no, she's not. She's
No.
at home. Like
I'm.
Where are you? Where are
oh,
you,
she's
Juicy?
her location.
Where are you at?
Oh. Between the A and the T.
Between
But
the
how
A
y'all
and the T?
doing? Yes.
Let's
No,
see.
Um,
I am. I'm here. I'm here on the
You're at
ATL
Costco?
show.
You're at Costco? No, that's not Costco.
Mm-mm.
What is that?
She said
Costco don't have an A or a T.
It
They
looks
have a
like a
T. They have a
Walmart.
T.
It looks
she
like a
said
Walmart, DP. I think you're right. Looks like a Walmart.
she said she's here at the ATL show. So
that's
Hmm.
what she said.
Yeah.
You can hear the registers, something in either
So
one of those two. That's Walmart. You're at Walmart.
I'm in,
Are
I'm
you
in Wally World.
Listen, I saw a video that was giving relationship advice. I guess it was like a conference of men, and there's one guy was standing up doing question and answer time, and he was asking a question about relationship that's going on in his personal relationship, and the guy on stage gave him the perfect advice. And I'm going to play the video, and in case you can't hear it, I'm going to just sum it up real quick. The speaker that stood up in the audience, he was having, I guess, relationship issues with his girlfriend because he's dating this chick, but her ex is not respecting their relationship, and he keeps showing up like at the house, at the movies, at her job, this and that, and
Really?
he see it as being total disrespect. However, and he's getting ready to say, what can he do? And the guy cut him off and corrected him and explained to him. And I'm not gonna tell you what he said, but I think he gave the perfect advice. This is a one minute 21-second video. We're gonna show this, and then we can talk about it briefly, then move on.
You're dating a woman that was in a previous relationship, and y'all getting serious, but her ex keeps overstepping his boundaries, popping up at houses, popping up at
Hey, listen,
work.
cousin. Stop. Stop. Bruh, if she has not cleared the baggage out of her own life, you do not know the lengths that he will go to.
Real. Yeah.
Listen, homie, this ain't about y'all feelings. This ain't about the vibe. This ain't about none of that. This ain't even about what you willing to do as a man. Cause I don't know you. This about a nigga who already out of pocket. You about to bring a situation into your life where there's a factor that's already unpredictable. We just talked about a man with structure and having some to lose. Whether you a man with structure now or you aspire to be one, you already inviting some into your life that has something incontrollable orbiting around it. Be careful, Brody. If y'all not serious now, go ahead and step away. I ain't saying you gotta step away permanently, but it's not your responsibility to handle that, to even ponder on how to handle that. You feel me?
Big facts.
Like, that's on her. Now, I pray the best for her. You feel me? I want her to be safe and all that, but like, cuz, like, don't put yourself in danger trying to figure somebody else's situation out, bro. I mean that.
The right answer to that is basically the run. Get out.
Run. You say run, get out.
Get out.
And
Like
don't
the
look
movie.
back. Don't look
Like the movie.
back.
I think
Get out.
the legacy answer would be, to step to the old dude and straighten him.
That's what Legacy would do.
Legacy is on the show. Legacy can answer for his goddamn self.
Really?
But that's what I say. That's how I think.
Hey, Legacy, could you say that
He's
again
being a
without
bully
the
today.
GD?
Yeah, exactly. Without the
Hold on now. Hold on.
language.
Hold on.
Without the language.
Say that again, my brother.
Turn the light on so we can see your face.
Let me gather you in the whole and the Zay.
Yo, turn your light on so we can see your face, so we know what you are, what nationality you are. Or you can go back to your country, Africa,
show
or
your
whatever.
green card. Show your green card.
Hey, Donovan, that was good. That was good.
Thank you.
Better than that joke you made.
I got paid to say that, like Cat Williams got paid to say that on Shay Shay.
Listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna answer this.
Turn the light on.
No, I done already explained this to you.
Oh, we can't see you.
You can hear me.
No, your credibility.
People.
We want to see you.
Listen, this is the best I can do tonight. I'm hurt.
The best you can do tonight.
Listen, y'all. I seen that video and it has been part of the way I thought for a while. And I've changed my point of view on that, especially with the point of view that women have changed the way that they view things. If I deal with a woman, let's say I deal with a woman and she's just getting out of a relationship, One of the things that I ask when I first start talking to a woman is I ask, "Are you in a relationship?" And people can lie all the time. So when they tell me yes or no, let's say it's no, I'm not in one. My next question is, how long has the relationship been over? If the relationship has only been over anywhere between 1 to 3 months, the relationship ain't over. The relationship ain't over because there hasn't been, unless you have two mature individuals, the relationship has not been resolved. Because just because you say you single doesn't mean that the other individual looks at it the same way, because he or she could be trying to win their significant other back.
True.
Now, let's say a woman invites me to her house, and you talking about you just recently broke up with your boyfriend a month or so ago. What and how does this situation look with me chilling in your house and this man has keys to your house? And here it is, I'm chilling, not saying we laying up, but I'm in the house chilling. And all of a sudden, I ask, the door just opened and it's this dude. Now, at this moment in time, you got a few questions to ask yourself. Is this man gonna be a man and ask what's going on? Is this man gonna ask you, tell you could be excused and leave? Or is this man coming in trying to kill everything that's moving? And sometimes you don't have the luxury to have civil conversations, because the beef shouldn't be with me because I didn't break in this bitch.
Right.
But sometimes feelings cloud judgment. So when feelings cloud judgment, usually somebody end up dead, or a few people end up dead. So what the man is saying is, you have to, if you really want to get to know somebody outside of it, and once you do know that, if that woman ain't went and got no restraining order, that woman ain't went and did something to protect herself so she can live or live on outside of that, and if she's honest with you and tell you she has a situationship, understand that your life and the things that you have going on in your life has to mean more to you than trying to get some vagina. It has to, because how is it that two motherfuckers can end up dead, you and that man? When I say dead, you can end up dead, he can end up in jail forever, and she's still out here going on talking about she had two motherfuckers fighting over her, and one got killed, one went to prison, and she ready to get his puss off to the next bidder.
You get that? You get all that from that one particular video
How
where
is it
one
that
guy's
you don't?
telling him,
How is it?
no,
How is it
wait,
that
hold
you
on.
didn't
I'm
get it?
asking you a question. I'm asking you a
Yes,
question. You get
yes,
all that from somebody sitting in an audience asking basically a question, and this guy answering, basically telling him, get out, don't even
yes,
pursue that.
yes.
You're going all the way to, like, if they're killing each other and one is,
She
or trying to kill
said,
each other.
What's legacy sign? I'm just asking. Miss Mo, I'm a Gemini. So Tony, why would you think the man was telling him to just get away?
I thought the way you see it, Legacy.
Exactly.
Because he's gonna get killed, or somebody's gonna end up
No,
dead.
not
You
Is that
can't
necessarily. Not,
control the
necessarily-
emotion.
not
wait?
necessarily, Jose.
One person at a time, please.
Not
Okay.
necessarily, Jose, but it's a possibility. Because if he's in a relationship or situationship with his girl, and the ex keep showing up, you don't know what his intentions are.
Okay, so
So
you get out. You get out.
that's one
You get
option.
out before it escalates to that level. If you're worried that you're going out with somebody that still have someone going, before you, and you're worried about your safety, you're forget about getting. Don't even, just get out. That's what I don't
See,
understand. Shit
sometimes they're
like
not.
that ends up happening because one of the two guys didn't get out, and that's the
Tony,
problem.
let me answer that, Tony. Jose,
We have to get
let
out.
hold on, Tony. Let me just give you a scenario, Jose. Let's say you was out, you met a young lady. She told you that she was single.
And at the first sign of trouble, I'm out. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. See, and this is how a lot of people end up dead because of the way you talking. So I'm trying to give you something different. Let's say you went out and y'all on a date. She told you y'all she was single. She's moving like she's single. Y'all out. She invites you back to her house because she enjoyed your company. She like you. You go up in there, got your Gestapo on, you enjoying the night. She wants you to stay the night. And as you're getting ready to call it a night, y'all finna go upstairs, the door open. It's the ex. At that moment, do you think a motherfucker who just came into a house, see you going upstairs with a woman he's still in love with, you tell me that he's gonna let you walk out the door?
What do you want me to tell you?
You said just get out. But at that moment, you can't just get out at that moment right there.
Why not?
He may not let you out.
I'm done.
Oh, he's gonna hold me? He's gonna hold me down and tell me you ain't going anywhere until I kill you? Is that what you guys are getting
He
at?
might already can pull his gun. You ain't got no, you right there, you going upstairs, you dead.
Jose, anything can happen.
Anything.
Of course.
But you know what? Y'all gotta
why
also look at it
why can't it
too.
happen the other way? Why can't you tell the guy, whoa, wait a second, guy. Can you give me a minute and let me explain that we went out tonight for the first time,
and that
she
could be an
told
option
me that
too.
she wasn't dating anybody. If this is your woman still, I'm out. I'm out. That's how
Jose,
you have to have a conversation.
And Jose, and that's another option. What you just said is another option. Legacy's give you one option.
Out the window. I'll figure a way to get out of that house if he's gonna shoot me.
But all we're saying is Legacy just gave you one option, and you're giving us another option.
It just seems like there's always with Legacy, it's always the same option. That's what I'm getting.
God.
That's what I'm
Tony,
getting. There's always the same option.
When we first started this, I gave 3 options when I first started this whole conversation. I gave 3.
Well, you know, I'm with him. Get out. I'm with not like Jose, like walk out. I believe with how Legacy saying too. I don't think you just jump into going to somebody's house when they fresh out of a relationship and putting yourself in that situation because
I agree.
Because people, it's too soon. I don't think you should just be going to people's house. Period. So you now can make sure you know. And if you see people sitting in the corner, keep looking over and keep looking over. You want to tell me something? You know, and it's okay to ask that question. You got a little crazy in your life because people out here be like that, and you don't want to put yourself and people not even aware that they got that in their life, and so that they putting people in harm's way. They just want to live,
right?
You also have to understand. You also have to understand. I don't live in your reality.
No. And that's what I was about to say.
That could be a reality
Legacy
to you guys,
them,
but not me.
That was gonna be my point. That the difference is, this is a different culture. And so you may not be able to even connect or relate to what you're hearing.
And Cake, that's the problem right there.
Well, let me tell you something. A lot of Latinos think that's the way to go. Don't misunderstand.
Y'all, but you know what?
I
Y'all
spoke
ain't
about my
gonna
reality.
shoot nobody. Y'all gonna stab somebody. So
Girl, you
so you
it's
might
still
feel
the
like
same.
you might feel like you got a little water with your little, throttle. You might think you can get up out of there because I can dip and I can
That's
slide and I can, I feel you.
only
I
the
feel you.
Only Puerto
But we
Ricans
ain't talking
playing
about
on
that.
But
Oh, only
Kay,
Puerto Ricans.
that's
Oh,
the thing
okay,
that I be
okay,
trying.
Holmes.
That's the thing I be trying to get Jose to understand on this show. On this show, you have to be able to think hypothetically and out of the box, not just in how you live your life, because the life outside of you happens every day where people kill people every day for things like this. It happens every day. Matter of fact, it just happened in West Palm, maybe about 3 weeks to a month ago. A young lady was dating a dude. She's broke up with him and started talking to another dude. And the dude who she was going with came up in the yard and killed her, shot her right in the damn head. This shit happens every day. And she was supposed to be graduating this year.
I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I never said that, but
But
that's
when do
not.
the man have an opportunity? I'm not saying that it happens every day, but right then, with her in the yard, the new boyfriend there, and the ex pull up, he pull up. When was the understanding gonna happen? When he already done made up his mind what he was gonna do if he caught this? Yes, we're all
There's no
saying the
answer to
same,
that.
Jose. We're all
There's
saying
no
the
answer to
same
that.
thing. We're all saying the same thing about get out of the situation. But sometimes the person that you're dealing with is lying about they
Yeah.
not in a situation. Sometimes they know they still communicating with this person through text or by phone calls when they not around you. And
Mhm.
even though they saying it's over and they trying to move on, those people haven't taken the steps to protect themselves. You see that this man's still calling you. You haven't blocked him yet. If he keep calling you another way, you haven't went to the police department to file a report. Once that man or woman see that this person is still coming, the person that they're now involved with has to do just what you said. Juicy, Tony,
So
Donovan.
what I just have a problem with assuming that everybody that happens to, every woman that happens to, is always have to worry about getting killed, or that the person that the
And
new
they
person
don't.
that you eventually,
And they
huh?
don't. They don't.
I just that's so sad and so
I'm a
unbelievable.
believer too that you want to create your reality, and it first starts in the mind, and the paradigm is where it's at. So don't form it there if that's not what you want it to be, and so you can evade and not even
See,
create the situation.
I'm
I
also
agree with
not
that.
made that way. I'm also not made that way. Obviously I've been married for 20 years, so I've been out of the game. I guess things out there right now are worse than they were when I was dating, but I don't know. I wouldn't kill anybody, and I wouldn't want to get killed. So maybe that's where I'm coming from. Okay, and I think I could be smart enough not to get into something questionable that could happen to me. And maybe it's luck. Maybe God, keeps an eye on me and doesn't never let me get into that kind of trouble. And I did some stuff. I did some stuff when I was young, when I was single. But thank God, nothing. My life was never in danger. I think, if anything, my life was more in danger from catching something from sleeping around so much.
Hold on, Jose. Let me give you an example of what happened to me one time. One time, me and Tony was just coming from
I'm gonna step away, but I'm listening.
one day me and Tony was just coming from I don't know where me and Tony was coming from. And I had started talking to this young lady, and she said that she was not in a relationship with the dude no more. And she had moved in with me. And so one day I'm over me and Tony just coming back, and from wherever we were coming from, and as we walking up the steps, the dude who she used to talk to saw me and Tony going up the steps, and he pulled up on his motor scooter. Am I lying, Tony?
Not at all.
What did he pull?
He pulled up to Tony's house with his motor scooter.
Okay.
And as me and Tony going in the house, he say, "Hey, let me talk to you." So at first, I wasn't going to talk to the dude. Me and Tony walked in the house. But I hear the dude getting ready to pull off, and something inside of me said, let me go ahead and put an end to this shit right now. Because I don't want him thinking that he can just pull up on me or definitely come up to my brother's house when he want to he want to holler at me about a bitch. Excuse my French, Kate. And
that doesn't surprise me when you say that word with such.
No. Me saying pussy and hoe is not offensive to those who got a pussy and they hoes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I tell Tony, I gotta go downstairs. Tony say, okay. So I go downstairs where I say, hey, hold up, what's up? What's really going on? He come back and he trying to talk to me about how he feel about the girl. And I'm like, bro, that can't be true, because when you had her, you did this, and this. And in his head, I can see in his eyes, he's saying, how the hell does this man know all this business? But the thing was, the chick who he lost told me everything that he did. So now I'm able to regurgitate to him the stuff that he had done. Now, at this time, he got a decision to make. Do he want to get off this bike and fight? Or is he going to make a safe decision and stay on his bike and leave? But by this time, Tony coming down the stairs. And I'm trying to tell him to stay where he at. But that's my brother, so he going to be somewhere close anyway. But at that moment, let's look at it from a different perspective. Let's say he was so mad.
You're gonna change the story so he can go with your narrative?
Yes, so let's watch this.
Why?
Let's just say at that moment, me and Tony walking up the stairs.
He always does this.
He already knew who I was. Let's say he just pulled up on me and Tony and went to shooting.
But that didn't happen.
But I can see it happening though, because that was a dangerous situation.
You'd be dead.
And I would be dead. But guess what? I learned from that situation that if I'm gonna talk to a young lady, she at least need to be removed from a situation 8 months to a year. And that dude is going on by his business and she done gone on by hers. Because you telling me somebody been together 5-8 years, y'all break up, and you call yourself broke up for good, for real, that man might not be ready to move on, because guess what? He thinking about somebody else gonna be in his pussy. He thinking about somebody else gonna be getting everything he was getting that he didn't appreciate. And he ain't ready to let it go.
Yeah, I know. You basically told me the same story that the video that you did after the video.
But Tony, did it happen for real?
Instead of telling me the outcome of the real story, you told me what it could have been. Instead of it happened to you and you got out of it. Whether you went to talk to the guy,
I didn't get out of it.
Listen to me. You got out of it alive. You got out of it alive. Give me a break. You want me to spell it out for you?
But after a year and a half, it came to an end. But right then,
at that moment, you got out of it alive, which is what you were talking about.
I think sometimes your comprehension be off on the videos, Jose.
Of course it is, because we don't agree.
There's no way me and Tony both can get the same understanding out that video, and you don't.
I got the understanding. It's not the video, it's you. It's always you.
I don't know how, because I'm saying the same thing the man said.
Listen.
Play the video again.
I got another video. We're gonna move on
Oh,
because y'all are debating back and forth.
Yes,
Because
please.
y'all are being left playing again tonight, and I've been logged off.
Please move on.
Thank you. I had another video. This is about child support. There's a lady. She's trying to shame her ex because they're just leaving the courtroom, and I guess she was granted a certain dollar amount in the courts by the judge for child support, and she's so happy because I guess he had moved on and he was helping or supporting his new relationship, his girlfriend, his new relationship with her kids, and this girl was bitter, which takes me back to our cover story, our thumbnail, 50 Cent. 50 Cent right now, he's trying to get custody of his, the little boy, I think is 12 years old now. So this is an old picture, but 50 Cent is trying to get sole custody of the little boy because what recently happened in the news, I was reading on 50 Cent's Twitter. Check this out. 50 Cent took it upon himself to give this lady, you listen to legacy, now you're going to laugh. He took it upon himself to give her $500,000 a year child support. That's $40,000 a month. Now, Juice is on here. Juice is a female. For one child, $40,000 a month, which is $500,000 a year. Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that. He wanted to make sure his son lived the life he wanted his son to live.
$40,000 a month, $500,000 a year. She wasn't
She
happy.
had a
Probably
problem
the
with
court,
it.
though.
Listen,
that was probably the court, though. It wasn't.
No, it
his
wasn't.
choice.
No, that wasn't the court. That was him. He took it upon himself to put himself on
He
child
didn't go to
support,
court.
and that's what he was given.
Okay.
The courts had nothing to do with it. So he wanted to give $500,000 a year to support his child. So she looking at how much he's making, how many millions and billions he's making with his production company and his music and his acting and his this and his that. So of course she's not happy. She wants more.
Oh boy.
So he took himself to court
To reduce it.
The judge reevaluate the case.
To reduce it.
and guess what?
They reduced it.
It went from $40,000 a month to $6,700 a month. And the judge told her, if you want any more money, you need to get a job.
Well, let me say this, Tony.
The judges do the right thing.
I don't know if that's I know for a fact that lady right there is not who he's talking about. That's not who he's talking about, the lady that's in that picture right there. He's talking about his very first son that he had, named Marquise.
Right.
Marquise Jackson. That's
He's
not
already
the little boy. That's not the little boy
age,
right now.
So he's already overage, right?
What happened is everything you said was true. But this was a black female. This was an African American black woman, not her.
Dark skin.
Dark skin, yes. And before 50 Cent blew, they were in a good spot in the relationship. She was holding him down. Once 50 blew, their relationship eventually ended because before 50 blew, he had to still be out in the street hustling and all that. But once he got on, their relationship fell apart. So he did do exactly what he said. He was giving her $500,000 a year. So
$40,000 a month.
$40,000 a month. She got greedy.
So much money.
She got greedy and started telling him she wanted more. Once he started his acting career, she started, because it ain't hard to find out how much people get paid for doing this and that and all this and that. So he went back to court, just like she said, and she came in trying to say, oh, he need to give more, da-da-da-da. So the judge asked her, this been out years ago, the judge asked her, well, truthfully, even based off of what he makes or could make, he's already overpaid you the amount of money that you are really allotted. He had to overpay her by 5 years. And that's when the judge reduced it. And the judge told her, by you being greedy, and most women only get it closer to like $200 a month in child support, we're going to reduce this payment down to $6,700 a month. And that's when she went on the rampage of talking about 50 Cent is a deadbeat dad. But for almost 21 years, you received $6,700 a month.
You mean 40,000?
40,000.
No, she only got 40,000 for like the first 5 years of him being famous and rich.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah,
She
but
was getting. She was getting less at the beginning because he
no, she was
wasn't
getting
famous yet.
She's getting more
no,
in the beginning.
she was getting more in the beginning. When he became famous
But
and
she
rich,
wasn't
she was
happy.
getting $500,000 a year.
Okay, so
But
he
then he
took it
took.
upon himself to change it once he started making big money,
No, that's not
and
what he
that's how he
did.
increased it.
That's not what he did.
He took it upon himself to take himself to court because she wasn't happy.
She kept telling him she wanted more money. So he decided that, you know what, since you want to go to court, I'll go ahead and put myself on child support. He went down, they had a hearing. The judge told her that over the past 5 years, he had already paid more child support with him giving her $500,000 a year. So the judge reduced it because she was being greedy. He did all of this. She didn't get a chance to take him to court. He filed on his own behalf so that to put himself on child support to let the courts deem how much he needed to pay. And they decided that she had not been paid big in the beginning of $500,000 for 5 years, which would be like $2.5 million. Why are you in here asking for more, receiving $500,000 in the last 5 years? You was a millionaire. Because, you know why? Because some baby mothers feel like they have to live the lifestyle of that other, whether it's ex-husband or ex-boyfriend. They feel like if you're living like this and I have a kid from you, I have to live a certain lifestyle also. And that's not the case. Now, a wife is different because she's already invested her life into that person in that situation. By law, she's already invested. But a girlfriend is not.
Wow. So let me give you show this video where the lady tried to shame her boyfriend or her baby daddy coming out of court. And we can talk a little bit about the video as well as we can talk about the 50 Cent situation because they kind of go hand in hand. Check this out.
Hey, where you going? Where you going? 1,200 a week now. It's over. Yep. You want to take care of that girl, your little new girlfriend, and her kids. Now, yes. Cause you got me messed up. You got me messed up. I don't care. I don't care. You taking care of other people's kids. I don't care. Yes. Because I need all that money. I need it all. I need every penny I can get. Yep. Now you can see your kids once a week instead of seeing them all the time.
So
whenever you feel like it.
Once a week to every day.
Oh well, at least I'm getting paid. Cause you want to be laid up with some other girl. Yeah, you got me messed up. Now.
You stop doing that.
No. Cause that's what you get. You embarrass me. You embarrass me. You embarrass me. You embarrassing me. I don't care. They can look all they want. Oh well.
I can't believe you, dog.
Oh well. Now. Yeah, 1,200 a week. Yeah. No, I'm gonna egg this one on. Yep, I'm gonna be buying plenty stuff with that money. You know what I could do with that? Do you know what I could do with that? Yeah. Since you want to be taking care of other people's kids, you ain't gonna be taking care of nobody's kids but mine.
That's so embarrassing.
And that's what he was saying. So why are you trying to embarrass me? Why are you embarrassing me? It's so embarrassing.
No, just it's embarrassing to see that exchange in public, not there, but like recording it and like why would you want to be showing not you Anthony, but why would you want to show yourself off like you're doing like what you're doing and having that kind of a problem showing it to the world? I mean, that's the
She was
toxicity
being,
of that exchange is so
she's being petty. She's being petty for one reason: the fact
it's
that
toxic.
she's still in love with him.
Oh, please.
Because for her to bring up the fact,
$1,200 a week is a lot of money too.
for her to
Yeah,
bring
that's
up for her to bring up the fact that you're spending money on the other woman's kids, taking care of the other
Yeah,
woman's
you're
kids,
laid up. Yeah, she said you're laying up.
See, that shouldn't even matter because
Yep.
I'm sure you got a new boyfriend, so it doesn't matter that he has a new girlfriend. But the fact that you brought that up, that bothers you.
Yep.
So she's still in love with him.
Oh yeah.
well. Let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room.
He's
I'm
not on the
trying
show
to
tonight.
figure out. I wish
He's
I
not on
could
the show
figure out.
tonight.
What
I
happened?
wish I could.
How was
I
that,
wish I
Anthony?
could.
He said, "Let's address the elephant in the room." I think he's not on the show tonight.
Boy, you dumb. Listen,
It's all about
the
insults
first
tonight.
off, I want to know what type of job he got that allows for him to pay her $1,200 a month. I mean, excuse
A
me.
week.
She said a week. Yeah, I need to know what type of job he got because
Why?
because I want to know where he makes $1,200, the way he can pay $1,200 a week out of his check. I wish I'd know
But
what
that's not part of the
city.
video.
I wish I could know what city he was in
That's
or
not
they
part
were
of the
in.
video. Again, that's not part of the video.
I
Discuss the
I have a, I
video.
could first of all, if I choose to address that, that's what I could do. And for her to say $1,200 a month
A
means
week.
that a week, that means that the court has deemed him to make a substantial amount of money for her to receive $1,200 a week. That's $4,800 a month. That's only 2,000. I mean, that's like almost $1,900 less than what 50 Cent baby mama would get. So obviously, just like Tony said, is she's still physically attached to him, and she don't want him with the other person because either one, she probably know her, two, she's still in love with him, and three, sometimes sure that's why she used the fact, oh, now you won't be able to see your child or your children but one time a week. You see how the children become pawns?
Mm-hmm.
The children become pawns in the game.
Yeah.
And they don't even know they pawns. And you see how she didn't care that the relationship would be affected or between the dad and the children. All she was focused on was you over there with another woman.
And the money.
Yeah, she even said something about him not being able to see them all the time like he used
Right,
to.
like he was.
So she's gonna get $1,200 a week and less time with his kids.
Yep. Fucked
That's
up.
just
That's what I don't understand about women, and I'm not gonna say black women. I don't understand about some women because I'm sure it's in every race.
some
That
women.
you're willing to do this kind of stuff, which takes away the time that the child has with their father, especially when you're in situations where you have a man that's trying to be active and an active participant in the child's life. Because the child needs two
Because they
parents.
think that they think they don't need them.
Yep.
They think their attitude, they're selfish and self-centered gets to a point it's so toxic that they think that the kids don't need their father, they only need her. And let me tell you something. There is it is in Puerto Rico is such a big problem that they have this one attorney that all they handle is all the cases they take is men that whose wives don't allow them to see their children.
Right.
That's where legacy
There's
needs
an
to work.
actual, huh?
I said that's where legacy needs to work.
I have a friend. I have a friend who went through something like that. He could
Right.
not see his daughter. He was paying child support, and she kept him from for like a year. He couldn't see his daughter, so he hired these group of attorneys in Puerto Rico that they handle is cases of men who can't see their children. Imagine the kind of business that you could actually dedicate yourself to just doing that and make money. How big it is in Puerto Rico that you could actually have big
But
money just
Jose, let me
defending
ask you
men
this, Jose.
who are not allowed to see their kids because their women don't allow them to. It's not
Jose, let
even
me ask you this, Jose.
law. It's not the law, obviously. It's
Let
just
me ask you something. That's the same thing I ask all the time. How is it that off the muscle, the courts deem the mother to be the fit parent in the relationship over the dad almost every time? Jose,
I think that's a cultural thing. I
you
think
think
that's a
it's a
culture of this society that that the nurturing person of the relationship is usually the mother. So I think that's the choice that is made even before you go to court and present yourselves and let the judge or whoever it is that judging you decide who the most or the better fit parent is.
over the last
Unfortunately,
Jose, over the
unfortunately,
last 3 years of me dealing with court procedures, dealing with men and their rights in child support court, and Tony can tell you that I fight them, and I've been in there with these cats, with these guys
I'm
fighting
sure.
for their rights. Let me tell you something, Jose. Um, it's horrible that the court system is built like that, because if a father cannot prove in court, let's say for instance, the courts will ask you, do you go to your kids' doctor's appointments? If the father say no, she go because I be at work, that's a strike against you as a parent. That means that you're not as involved in your child's life. Do you go to PTO meetings? No, but she do, because I'm at work or I'm just getting off work by the time they having these things.
Yeah.
Do you pick the child up from daycare? No, I get off at 7 at night, but she pick up. So they look at these little things and they say, you don't have time for the child. Now, if you say yes, you attend all of those things, guess what the judge is turn around and ask you, Jose?
How are you able to provide?
Exactly. How are you providing
Yeah,
if you
it's
are
a
the
no
one
win. It's a no
attending
win.
these things?
It's a no win. Yeah.
So I have seen where judges, the person can be the man can be the person, because what the way the law says is that you're supposed to provide and protect. That's what they say both parents are supposed to do. But in truth, and in true theory, they only mean for you to be gone from your house to go to work so that the child can be nurtured and raised the way that the mother wants, because they understand that taking a man and a man takes a child and nurture and raises a child, that child, especially if he's a good father, that child turns out better than when a mother just raises the child by herself. So they don't want you to build your children up to be thinkers. They don't want you to build as a man, they don't want you. They want you because they know that the mother, even in slavery, Jose, that's why they took the boys and the children away from the man in slavery, because they knew that the mother would teach them how to be good slaves, how not to run away from the slave master. But the dad would always encourage them. If he found a way for his kids to get away out of slavery, he would push them to go to run. But the mama would teach them to stay on the plantation and be the best slave, because she don't want her son to get beat by no whip. So she's gonna teach him how to go about being a slave. And this is parental rights as a dad. If you're not married, Jose, when you have children, do you know that the only parental right person is the mama?
No, don't have kids and don't intend to have any. So,
Well, that's how it goes. It's sad though, but it's how it goes. Let's move forward.
I have another situation, and I know this is very rampant and very popular, especially in the Black community. Is we as children. I don't know about any other race, but I know definitely the Black community. This is so funny. Is that Black parents, and I'm not gonna say all of them, but a lot of them, and I want to even say the majority of them, probably either got bad credit or bad credit history. So they start putting utilities, bills, and stuff in their children's names.
oh boy,
I'm definitely a victim of that.
huh? You've done that?
I definitely have been a victim of that.
With your parents that put stuff in your name?
I definitely have been a victim of that.
But check this video out.
I doubt that you ever a victim about anything.
You're probably victimizing others.
Oh, I didn't say that. I'm just saying that I don't. The victim legacy, I don't think so.
God damn.
Check this out.
Okay, so I got you on camera. Please say it one more time, because ain't nobody gonna believe this. Why can't I get my house? Why can't I get my house?
I prefer no camera, but what I'm reading here is that in 2000 that there was a eviction.
In 2000, ma'am, I was born in 98. That would have made me 2 years old. So how do I have an eviction when I was 2?
Lord. Listen, I do understand that. There are just several factors that we look at here, and there, with the eviction, and then there's a repo in 2008. I'm not.
Ma'am, I would have been 10 years old. Oh wait, so me and my girlfriend trying to get a house so I can move out of my mama house. So I'm trying to see. So mama, please explain to me. Please.
First and foremost, calm your voice down while we in this room here.
But mama, please explain to me how I got an eviction. How do I have an eviction when I was 2?
I don't think you understand. Ma'am, and while you over here trying to judge me and everything like that, reading off everything, you don't know what happened to us. Okay?
But ma'am, you're supposed to be helping me co-sign, and I find out I can't even get a house because of you. Why is all this stuff in my name?
Calm your voice down now.
He got an eviction at 2 years old and a repossession at 10.
Wow. That's actually illegal.
Now he can't even get a house.
It's illegal to do that. Even if you do it to your own child, it's illegal. It's illegal to do that.
Well, Tony, let me tell y'all. It was funny. Let me tell you how you have to rectify that. Listen, I was like about the same age, like 10 or 12, when I went. It happened when I was the age of 12, but I didn't know about it till I went to go get my first apartment. I went to go get lights in my name. And so, you know, when you go, you got to put down a deposit and stuff. Well, I go to put down, I'm like, oh, yeah, I got my first apartment. I'm finna go turn these lights on. So at this time, you can go into the electrical company and sit down and talk to the people. Man, I went in there, that lady told me, oh, Mr. Williams, we can't turn any lights on for you until you rectify this $400 bill that you had. I say, ma'am, I've never had lights in my name before. She say, how old are you, Mr. Williams? So I told her I was like 21. So she looked at the date the same way he did and told her and said, well, you had to be at least 12 when this bill was accumulated. Right. I say, well, who? She said, have you ever lived at this address? And I knew the address because I knew the address. We lived there like 4 years. Soon as she said the address, all I can see is my mama's face. So she say,
Well, you
"Do
know,
you know?" She say, "Do you know who could have put this in your name?" I said, "I have no idea." She told me, "Well, just in case, the only way you can get this off of your bill is you have to go down to the police department, file a theft or stolen identity, and they'll investigate it. They'll look back to see who lived into the house, and they'll formally arrest them for fraud."
mm,
I said, "Oh, okay then," and I left. So I went home. Oh, I couldn't wait till my mama got there. I said, "Mom, I know good and well you ain't put no lights in my name." And I ain't even mad at her, but I'm mad at the people that allow her to put uh, my name, date of birth, and social security number down for a light
That's the
bill.
problem. That's the
And
illegal part.
and y'all don't look at the date of birth and say this is a 12-year-old. How can you can't get no goddamn lights in his name? Well, Jose,
You're right. You have to run the credit because that's usually what they do, and immediately it'll come back that you're a minor, and they're like, "This is," or even a mismatch. Because if your mom's using her name and your social, there's a mismatch on that, right? Automatically, there's like, wait a second, that's not her social.
listen, man, I figured
But
it out too, Jose. They didn't care because they knew it. They knew it, but they also knew that would mess up your credit as a
oh,
child by the time you would come.
you can't do it. You can't like if you that's the problem with the law now. With the law, when if you write a bad check, like if you steal a check from your mom's checkbook and you write yourself a check, and your mom catches it and goes to the bank and says who cashed it, and she realizes that you cashed the check. In order for the bank to give you the money back, you have to actually go to the police and you have to accuse your parents or your kids of doing this. And obviously, people are not going to do that. But that's the
Right,
only way the insurance company will replace the money for the bank before giving it to you,
right,
because you have to accuse the person if you know who they are. Okay, that's if you know who they are. You can always pretend that you don't know who that person is and go and file a police report. And when they ask you, do you know of anyone that could have taken your checkbook and written a couple of checks? And you have to say no. Otherwise, you won't incriminate your own son or daughter, whatever, your parents.
right.
It puts you in a really really hard situation. I had that happen to with a lot of customers in when I worked at the bank, and it was just I would have to tell them, listen, if you want to get the money back, you need to file a police report. And they were like, what, file a police report against my own son? I'm like, wait, that's the only way you're gonna get the money back.
wow.
Yeah, yeah, it is the only way.
So basically, you're an adult now, and you're stuck with a discrepancy on your credit report.
You can
Pretty
dispute
much.
that though. You can dispute that, and no company's gonna come back and say no, it's his. As soon as you dispute it and you look and they see that you were 2 years old or 8 years old, they will not respond. And the law says that if you don't get a response from if the bureau doesn't get a response about it in a certain amount of time, then they remove the item from your report. Those are little things that
But
if you study
let's say it's
finance,
30
you would
days,
know.
Jose.
Huh?
Let's say it's 30 days, Jose. Let's say, for example, they have 30 days to respond, but you're trying to move into your apartment next week.
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you what I think it's 30. I think it's 30 days. 30 to I think it's either
It's
30
30 days.
or I think it's 30 days. Yeah,
It's
but
definitely
you know
30.
what? But you're not gonna get into any apartment if your credit is messed up. So you have to the smart thing would be to check your credit before you start making any
Well,
starting to make any moves, just to make sure there's nothing on there. But that's something that
well, based, you know,
people don't know.
well, well, based on the example Legacy just gave, his credit was good enough to get into the apartment. The only thing was wrong was he had an outstanding light bill. So he had the apartment, he just couldn't get no light.
And it's what it is some places will allow you to be eligible to rent from them, but they won't let you rent, sign, and be a leaseholder until you're able to get utilities in your name. And if you have an outstanding bill with a utility company, you're
You
not
can't.
able to get utilities in your name, no matter what state it is. So they go from state to state like that.
But in
City to
Legacy's
city.
case, he could. I mean, I know what you're saying that he would have to wait for 30 days. But in Legacy's case, that stuff could get removed because they're not going to dispute it if it's a minor. They won't be able to. You can say it's not me, and let them prove to the bureau that it's not you, that it is you. The burden of proof is on them. A lot of stuff can get removed from your credit if you dispute it, and if it's not yours and you dispute it. A lot of companies will not even they won't even respond. They don't have the time. They don't have the. But this is for someone that doesn't have a bunch of shit on their credit. If you have one thing here, one thing there, you can try and dispute it, and sometimes the lack of response it works your way. It's all little tricks of the trade. Like I went to university before I moved to Miami from Puerto Rico. I was going to school there, and I was waiting for money from a lawsuit for an accident I had, and I had not turned 21. And I told my mom, when I turn 21, I'm going to request the money, and I need you to go to the university and pay the bill. And I thought she did. I went to sign up for school in Miami-Dade, and they like, you can't. You have an outstanding bill. And so I called my mom, and I said, Mom, what happened? Did you pay this bill? She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I used the money. I said, okay, Mom, you got me in trouble with that. I said, you messed my credit up. I need you to go into the office of the dean or whatever it is at the university and tell them that it was your fault, that you used the money, and you have to pay it because I owe it. I made my mom write a letter and everything because I needed my credit to
Wow.
be corrected. Oh, I told her, Mom, you need to write. She had the money. I don't know. She said that she used the money but had the money and forgot to make the payment. So as soon as I called her, she's like, "Oh shit, I forgot. I'll go pay it right now." And I said, "Well, I need you to write a letter." And the letter was simple. I forgot to make the payment. It's not his fault. Blah blah blah. So it could be presented to them, so they could remove the item from my credit because that was the deal I went into. I said, listen, my mom will go pay it right now, but I need you guys to remove that item from my credit. Otherwise, I'm not paying for it. And I had that chip to play with, the money that I owed them. So, and I knew that my mom was good for it. So, but I had to, they asked me, so, can we get a letter from your mom that says that, she made a mistake and that she forgot to pay it and that it was her fault, blah, blah, blah. And she did. And the item was removed, the bill was paid, and I was able to go to school here. But those are things that you learn with time. I didn't go to any class or anything. I smart up, I guess. I don't know. Those are the things that I went through so I would learn about credit and all that shit. Believe me.
So let me ask you, Legacy. So how did you get out of your situation?
Yeah, how did you resolve it?
I paid it.
Ah,
Cause
okay.
going to tell Josie that she needed Annie up $400 was gonna be up hell to the no anyway. Cause I kept you in the light by any means necessary.
Hmm.
So it didn't affect my credit or nothing like that because at that time at that time we wasn't really uh big on far as credit for everything. Cause I mean my mama had plenty of apartments in nice areas. Like I said, I've never lived in the projects in my entire life. But uh that time people were not basing your rent and things off of what your credit score was. That really just started. I mean, not saying that Jose wrong about how the banks go, because with banking and money, it's always about credit. But
Yeah.
just recently, in the last 10 to 15 years, maybe 20, that
A little more.
probably a little more,
Hmm.
where they
Yeah,
start.
they started checking your credit when you go to rent and stuff. Yeah, you're right.
So
That
it,
one.
it really wasn't that big back in the 80s and early into the early 2000s, because
You didn't really have the technology to check people's
right,
credit right away.
right, because even back in my days when I was doing a lot of stuff, that was even you could get somebody's checkbook, write a check, and you could walk into a grocery store that had a check cashing machine and go in and just, as long as you once run that check through that machine they had, if it come back that check was good and
Yeah,
clear, they would give you that money out of that account. And
absolutely.
the banks would have to, the banks, once it cleared at Publix or Walmart or what, Winn-Dixie, then not a
You had
bank.
to get a
People,
card.
huh?
Remember? Remember, you had to get a little card so
Yeah,
you could present it with a check,
yep,
and they would approve it because you were credit worthy.
yes, yes. So this credit thing, that's why it was so easy for the parents to get away with doing that back then, because it wasn't the way it is now. You just walk
Yeah.
in. Matter of fact, you could just call over the phone and open up a light bill or a water bill over the phone. Call, boom. I'm
True.
such and such, da 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 da. I was born, da 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 da, and it's open. But I mean, even with, like, right now, we look at times now. Even living in a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, we ain't talking about a house, we talking about an apartment.
Yeah.
You have to at least have a 651 to be eligible to rent anything in Palm Beach. That's to be eligible. And some people want you to have a 680 to a 700 credit score to be able to rent from them.
Yep. You have
And
to
the
have
kind
good
of just
credit. You have to have better credit than anything else in this world. People need to
You
know
know,
that.
I came in on the situation. I kind of think I know everything what was going on, what Legacy was sharing, but I don't know if it went with a video. But I think that, I'm glad you paid it instead of asking her and talking to her like why you didn't, because when parents were doing that, and it was not being allowed, it was okay, because all you need to open up an account is a name, a birthday, and a social. They all have to be valid, and that allows you to tap into the fund that it coincides with,
Yep.
and so forth. Now today they started changing and regulating and put stipulations, because they're realizing, oh, these people running up bills and they getting more bills. They got 5 kids. They'll never have to pay a bill. And people were doing that. Some places put to where your bill, if your bill 300 is due. If you don't pay 300, you don't have no lights. Ain't no grace period. Ain't no
Yep. There's
pay a
no
little
grace period in
bit.
some of those
You
cases. Yeah.
just right. You
They will
just
cut
gotta
your
pay your
electricity
bill.
because they already have a record. They already have
Right. But no,
they
not
have
even just
history.
have a record. That's some cities. That's how their system is built. They don't even, they're not even going for it because of how it used to be. And so, like he was saying, a lot of mothers making things happen by figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the ways to figure out how to make sure the light stayed on, so the water
Yep.
could be hot, the food could be not
Cook.
spoiled and cooked,
Mm-hmm.
clothes
Isn't there a
ironed,
saying that
clothes
says
clean.
necessity is the mother of invention? Have you heard
Necessity
that
is a
before?
mother of
Yeah.
invention.
Yeah.
And a black mother is a necessity.
No, you have needs and you have to make it happen. Figure
That
something
went over
out.
your head. That went
That's
over your
why.
head.
That's why I say, listen. That's exactly why I said it was no use to go talk to Josie.
We're trying to have a serious conversation, Juicy.
Listen, that's
I'm
why.
being serious.
Listen,
I'm
Kate,
being
y'all.
serious. And
Kate, that's
on that note,
A
on that
mother is
note,
necessity.
no, I said a black mother is a necessity. And on that note, yesterday was Earth Day, and I was asked, what's the point of Earth Day? And a point of Earth Day is giving back to Earth, Mother Gaia, to fertilize, to repopulate, to replenish, to give life, to enliven, to give action, life, and spirit. And one of the ways that we need to keep our race going is 10 years ago, it was every black person should have 2 children. You need to have 3 children with another black person. And so when I had said black women, you said necessity. What was the statement? Necessity
It
is
said
the
necessity is the
creation
mother of invention.
of invention. And a
Yep.
black mother is a necessity, and we are very innovative. That was what I was saying.
I knew what you were
Okay.
saying, and I knew what Jose was saying.
Hmm. I
But
was just doing a pun on words.
listen, but that's why there was no going back and asking my mama, because I mean I was in the struggle with my mama, and as I got
Yes.
older, I understood that everything she did allowed for me to live to get to this age now.
Well, I thought she had paid my bill. That's why I called her. I was like, "Did you forget?" Because I left her the money. So when she told me, "Oh shit, I forgot," and I told her, then what she had to do, and she was okay with it. She
I
better
had
be
my
okay with
mom one
it.
time. I backed into her car by like she's never parked behind me. And this particular day she decides that's where she gonna park her car. And I wanted to give the kids some space so they could play basketball, and the car ball didn't hit my car. So I backed up and bam, hit her car.
Uh-oh.
Damn, look how Juicy froze.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice. You should freeze that.
It's already frozen.
It's already froze. Go in
Hold
and go
that
out and come
picture and
back,
send it
Kate.
to her. Send her
But
that picture.
Tony,
That's what I
let's
meant.
Kate
Take a
could come
picture of
back
the
on.
picture. Send it to
Tony,
her.
how would you have handled that situation, Tony, if Mother Sarah had did that?
Um,
Mother who?
my mother's name Sarah.
Sarah. Oh, that's a nice name.
I don't
It
know
That's a
how
sound
nice
I
like
would.
name.
it sound like a nun, don't it?
It's a nice name. Legacy. You can say that, right?
I said it sound like a nun name,
Why?
a heavenly lady.
I don't know how I would have handled it with my mom. I think the only thing that she ever had in my name was the cable bill.
But
Do,
you
And
do
knew
back
you get
about it.
along with her?
yeah, and back then basic cable was only $9, $9.95 a month for basic
You,
cable.
you
And
said yes, like dismissive about it.
I had
How's your relationship with your mom?
listen, and I had an after school job, and so I paid the cable bill every month. So that was no problem.
Okay.
So the cable was in my name, $9.95 a month. And then back then, all of my cousins were spoiled, rotten kids. So they all had their own private phone in their bedroom. So their house had 2 phone lines: they had a house phone and a children's phone. So when I found that out, I wanted one too. So my mom said, "Okay, well, fine, get your own phone." She said, just let me know what the bill is." So I called. It was Bell South then, before it was
Yep.
Southern Bell. It was Bell South. So I called Bell South, and they had a location downtown near Clematis, a big location. It was like one of their main hubs. So I called down there, and they gave me the prices over the phone. I placed the order for a phone, and they said, okay, it'll be connected on whatever date. They gave me the phone number that day. So I already had the phone number And back then, you got the phone from Bell South because they would ask you on the phone, do you already have a phone or do we need to send you a phone? And I would say, I need a phone. So then they said, okay, no, fine, no problem. So when the guy came out to drill the holes or whatever to
Put the
install
jack in.
put the jacks in and everything for your phone, he brought the phone with him. I told him what color I wanted and everything. Boom. So I had my own private phone in my name. The house phone was in my mom's name. The cable bill in the house was in my name. And like I said, I had an after school program or after school job. I paid the cable bill, and she paid both of the phone bill. Both of the phone bills.
But I can see that. But I'm saying based off of how the story went, if you were deceived and didn't know about it.
And I would have found out in my adult times.
Yeah, whenever you decided to venture off and become who you were gonna be.
I just would have paid it.
Yep, just would have paid it. I couldn't even see myself.
I don't know why you use that word, deceive. I really don't know why. I don't understand why you
Let
use
me
that
ask you
word.
a question. Let me ask you a question. If I
That
get
sounds
your
like
ID,
purposely
well, that
trying
is
to,
purposely. That's purposely.
So
That's
let
what it
me
was.
finish what I was saying now that I'm back. So after I ran into my mom's car, she had to call and get the car repaired. And I years later was filing for getting a new insurance. And you have to answer questions about like car accidents. And they said that I had a hit and run accident. And I'm like, oh my God,
hit and run.
I hit and run. And I'm telling these people that it's wrong, that I investigated, and come to find out the investigation is my mom saying that I hit her car.
Damn.
And she took me to the cleaners.
Damn.
My mama got everything fixed on her car.
God damn.
And I was like, Mom, I can't even get mad at you now. Now pause. That I hit her car probably in August. She had went up earlier in the summer, maybe like May, to my brother, and someone had hit her car, and she made a cash deal with them that you send it to my mechanic and I'll take care of it. And so it went to the mechanic shop, they paid cash for it, and it never went through the insurance. And she wasn't happy with her repair. And that's why I was like, you always go through the insurance. So when it came time to get it redone, I ain't even mad at her. Because you know what? My mom needs a working car and she needs to be happy. Her car's still running and it looked good. She'll have no engine problems. She'll have no problems with her car because it got repaired with a warranty. So if something go wrong, and I ain't have to pay it, she ain't have to pay it. But I sure as hell didn't realize it till one day I'm getting insurance and I had to pay a little bit higher in my premium because I
You had a
had a
record.
hit
But this is my
motherfucking
question.
run.
This is
on
my
record.
question. If you had a hit and run is a felony.
Uh-huh.
Why you ain't got that to where you need to
But
be arrested?
well, because she never. So when
So
you
you didn't
file,
call the
okay,
police, did you? You guys didn't call the police.
the reason why you use the police is because you need them to handle stuff you cannot handle. So if you hit someone, you can call the insurance company, you can
Yeah,
report your accident, you can set up a
absolutely.
claim, and you can let them know what happened. And she
Yeah.
did that. And being that it happened in the driveway, she let them know it was right here. But being that there was no police report because it was right there, that's where the hit and run file is because there's no police report in state of Florida.
Listen, I would have easily got that removed off my record because if it was no police report, there's no proof
Oh,
of
I
the hit
did.
and run. The police report is
Just
what
the initial
solidified.
shock of the heck. Yeah. So when you say, so I'm saying that to where
Jose is talking about deceit. And
Mm-hmm.
deception has many faces.
Yep.
And it don't always be the person is intentionally trying to do harm to someone else through the form of deceit that you're considering it. But deceit is deceit. And if you do something to manipulate anything to have what you want, that is motherfucking deceit.
Deceit
Period.
at its best.
I have a
Because
question.
Jose, hold on, let me just say this right. So, Jose, if I got your ID, you left it at my house, and I needed to use your ID to go do something, I use it, and I ain't tell you I used it, and you find out a year later that I did, or did I deceive you?
Yeah.
Okay, that what these mothers were doing. Even though it was to benefit the children, they didn't get permission to do it. Go ahead, Tony.
I have a question. There's some beef going on right now in the industry between Quavo from the Amigos and Chris Brown. Do y'all know anything about that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
But I want to know how.
Who?
Like, Chris Brown ain't even a rapper.
Who?
Like,
Chris
huh?
Brown is
Y'all
Brown's
got
a
beef
rapper.
because he did a
Chris,
handstand and spinning
Chris,
around and said, ow!
Chris Brown is a quadra threat. He's a singer, dancer, rapper, and actor.
Yep. And he's
I
a
mean,
writer now.
I get he's multi-talented,
Chris Brown?
but I do not put him in the same category. Like, when I look at rappers, when you put any kind of like harmony to it, that's not rap to me. That's lyricalist. Let's go with that. So he's a lyricalist. He can put forth a good flow.
Chris, this is what I'm gonna do, Kate. I'm gonna send you a few of Chris Brown's rap. See, he can rap and he's good at it, but he knows his niche that put the money on the table. Now he's reinventing himself right now by showing that he can rap and is coming after rappers, and he's good.
And who's
I mean, okay.
What's the question again?
You know what?
Quavo.
Chris Brown, the singer.
Yeah, I know. And who's the other guy?
Funny.
Quavo. Quavo is one of the.
He's supposed to be
one of the three amigos.
Quavo.
And they're a rap group. Supposed to be real gangster thug like. But the part where he said that everybody, when Takeoff got killed, everybody wished it was you. Like,
I love that. I love that.
What? Oh boy.
Man, and see, these are things that's like, why you wait till now to pour salt on wounds?
But hold on, Kate. See, this is way further than that. These two been having issues for the last 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Chris Brown has a
Tell me more.
He had probably a little more than that, but he got a basketball team, and Quavo has a basketball team where they play like street basketball, but inside of a gym for championships and money. Well, Chris Brown team has won the last 2 championships back to back.
Is that the 3-on-3?
Yeah, something like that, 3, but not the big 3 with Ice Cube, but
with Ice Cube.
They play in a different league. But it's not the big 3, but it is a 3-on-3 or a 4-on-4. But Chris Brown has won it for the last 2 years in a row. And what happened was Quavo made a rap song. Quavo made a rap song that said that he was messing with Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend. Stop calling her nigga, cause she with a real nigga now. This is when it started to escalate. Boy. So when he made the diss track to Chris Brown, that's where that song right there came from, Juicy, that you said. Where he told him when Takeoff got killed, everybody wished it was you. That's what that stemmed down from. And Chris Brown has asked, Quavo several times to, let's box in the ring. And Quavo won't box in the ring. So it's done spilled over into the streets now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, hold on. I got a customer at the door, but I'm gonna play the video, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Well, Tony, how long is this gonna take? Because
Hey, Chris, I don't want no issues, bro. I don't want no smoke. I don't want fights, and I don't want to do nothing, bro. Like, please, bro.
Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with C? Who want smoke with me? Who want? Okay, let's get down to the facts, pussy, I'm dripped in red. Don't let this R&B shit fool you, niggas get ripped to shreds. Quavo talking like he a thug, nigga, you a bitch with dread. Can't wait to see the day that you back up all of that shit you said. What's all that ball shit you talking, you ain't no huncho, nigga. You the weakest link out of your clique, let's keep it a hundo, nigga. You fuck my ex-ho, that's cool, I don't give no fuck, little nigga. Cause I fucked your ex when you was still with a bitch, I'm up, little nigga. They say revenge is sweet. Now think about that shit. Don't let that line go over your head. I might just sing about that shit. I had a feeling about that dick. There's something sweet about that shit. I got some tea about that bitch, but I ain't gon' speak about that shit. I ain't playing chess with a checker player. I'm a ticking bomb on a detonator. I shit on niggas, I'm a defecator. I put Amigo on a ventilator. Stop talking about beating girls. You was beating bitches on the elevator. We seen the taste, that's devastating. You doing bad. You a bitch and your music trash. Fashion week, they set me next to your lame ass. I was truly mad. All I kept thinking about was breaking your face, but I gave you a pass. You lucky I ain't wanna fuck the money up, boy, I would've broke you in half. Quit trying to be tough, you ain't like that. Why you keep showing off? Quit talk about drugs, you the only pack that I've been smoking on. I just hit my plug, told him come back, I'ma need more than one. Your last album was a weed trade, just some bullshit that we roll up on. You know what's on, put you to bed. Night, night, that's Sudafed. Show me that I'm tender, bitch. Time to prove what you just said. R.I.P. take off, he the only real one that got true respect. Crazy how when he died, everybody really wished it was you instead. You trippin', Chris, don't say that, don't lose your head. You done turned a big bad wolf on these fuck niggas, never knew revenge. This what happens when a fuck nigga push a real nigga out to the edge. This what happens when a dumb nigga gets fame and it get to his head. You gon' kiss this ring, nigga. Big fuck you from my middle finger. I tattoo my trigger finger. Bring real beat to your dinner table. My mental state ain't never stable. I know this shit gon' sting, nigga. I ran your ass through the ringer, nigga. You just got body by a singer, nigga. Bitch. Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with C? Who want smoke with me? Who want?
I do. Go and roll it up, Chris. Let me tell you. First off, I didn't listen to it. I just, I had to do some research because I figured that was something we might be talking about. And y'all know I love me some music. And I don't really know about Chris Brown. Newbie said, she said he tore it up, Mark, but we ain't Chris fans because you know how he do. You know what? I don't know. Chris ate him. Eat it.
Chris showed out.
Listen, he showed the fuck out. And the thing about it is people like when I look at rap, I'm glad he actually did a diss and it was a song. See, I didn't even know. I just thought he was out there dissing him. I didn't know it was a whole song, So, okay. Now, what did Quavo do? You gonna play that?
I think he's got a customer.
I don't have what Quavo did.
Gotcha.
It wasn't that.
But I mean,
it wasn't like that.
I'm about to say, and honestly, what I saw was somebody said, I'm still a ghostwriter. And you know what? I write too, Quavo. And I got a lot of heat on my chest. We can fuck it up.
Listen, man.
But man, Chris went hard on that.
Listen, man, that was just one verse that went like that. And just imagine, man, Chris, listen, Chris got a song with 50 Cent. 2 songs with 50 Cent that exposed to me that Chris Brown could actually rap. And he also got another song where he rapping with Busta Rhymes. And this is when, it's great to see him be so versatile because the man really ain't even got to sing no more. He could just rap right now. And he'll be one of the hottest rappers out right now.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. I know for sure. Chris, don't be getting in there fronting and then come out 5 years later talking about it. Snoop wrote that shit.
Well, Chris ain't never said that he wrote it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't front now. Come on.
But that's okay because that's okay just because every rapper on there said it right there on rap.
Yeah.
No, everybody that rapper don't rap, they don't rap. But when you gonna diss a bitch, you better say that shit.
Well, one of the best rappers to ever rap in the game, and to me is the best rapper of all time, will always be that is Tupac. But Tupac got a song called "Hit 'Em Up," where he dissed Biggie, and
he
come to
write
find,
it.
he wrote some of it, but Ice Cube helped him write that.
See,
getting help and having someone else write it for you are two different things.
Well, I mean, it's just if you put your input on how the song goes.
Have a good night, everybody. I'm out.
Good night. But if you good night, Jose. If you
Good
put
night.
your if you put an input on how you want something to go, then that means that person didn't just write it for you. But if you let somebody write the whole thing and then you get up and rap it, that's somebody ghostwriting for you. Somebody guiding you on words and how the word play it is different from somebody just writing a song for you.
Right.
That's like a lot of people don't understand. Neo is probably one of the richest R&B singers alive right now.
Because he's a writer.
Because Neo, before Neo ever dropped his album, Neo had them wrote for damn near half of the goddamn music industry.
True.
R. Kelly has made so
Brian
much
McKnight
money.
too.
Who?
Brian McKnight.
Yeah, Brian McKnight wrote a lot of music too, but compared to Babyface, you
I was
talking
about to
about
say Babyface, L.A. Reid.
L.A. Reid, but L.A. Reid ain't a singer.
No, he wrote.
Right, he
and he
wrote a lot,
does
but
have music out.
right. But that's the thing. R. Kelly has wrote so much music. R. Kelly has wrote so much music for individuals. R. Kelly has wrote for Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Beyonce, Avant, everybody in it, Gerald Levert, everybody, R. Kelly done touched them. So when you are the writer or the ghostwriter of the song, you get royalties and points for those musics.
Right.
That's why when Jay-Z and Beyonce wrote that song, when they did that album together, that's why they put their daughter name as one of the artists and writers on the album, because for the rest of her life, she'll get royalties for that music. That was very smart.
True that. True that.
Let's go ahead and make it happen.
Well, we can go ahead and shut it out because we only got like 12 minutes left.
Well, let's go ahead and get it done then. I want to give a shout out to all the individuals that participated in the show tonight, behind the scene, on the scene, who gave comments and everything, who didn't. We appreciate you for even tuning in. I had a couple of friends, David Rigel, if you was out there, boy, it's good to get back in contact with you. Can't wait to see you at the reunion, brother. I want to give a shout out to Ashley. I want to give a shout out to Slim. Want to give a shout out to Marcus out of High Tower. What it do? If you was on, we appreciate it. And want to give a shout out to Jose, Donovan, who didn't stay but like 36 seconds. And the ATL world, we appreciate you guys. We're gonna go ahead and bring out the juiciest cakes in the business. Let them know, cake.
I was on mute.
Yes.
Thank you, Tony. I was humbling myself. Let me start over. You can find me here every.
You was holding yourself. It's like porn.
I want to see.
Listen, oh man, another show. You can find me here every Tuesday and Thursday on the ATL show. We do have a change of time. It's 9:00 on Tuesday and 8:00 on Thursday. You can check me out on Facebook, Nicole Purse, and Enliven Your Way to Wellness. Remember, I'm only here to talk to you about what I do. I ain't got no insight on how to do anything. We just can have good conversations on what you got thoughts of. You know what I'm saying? You know? But you can hit me up on enlivenintoyou.com, on Instagram, Miss Beautiful. And since TikTok ain't banned, you might as well check me out on Miss Juicy Cakes, because I'm about to get up on there for you. And after that, that's all, folks.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and bring it out the man that makes it possible outside of God, for us to be able to perform on this platform. We so graciously appreciate him. Maybe not like him every day, but graciously appreciate him. A pain in my ass.
We love you, Tony.
Love you
she
too.
she always brown nosing. Always.
No, my nose is already brown.
Oh, okay, black lady.
So
And
your green card.
yeah. AB.
It's the blonde in me.
AB, let them know.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. My name is Anthony Brown. You can find me on all social medias. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Well, it's now called X, not Twitter. X and YouTube under Anthony Brown or The Anthony Brown Show. You can reach out to me through email, theanthonybrown@gmail.com. I also ask that you reach out to me via phone. You can call or text 561-768-3710 for any ideas, comments, concerns, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, suggestions, thoughts, visions, viewpoints, whatever you want to let me know. Like I said, you can text me, you can call me, whatever you want me to call you back, let me know, I will. But we're trying to grow over here. We're on our road to 35,000 subscribers. So come on. Then we get that plaque when you hit 100,000. So right now we're on the road to 35,000. So
well, who gonna get to keep the plaque when we get there?
We're
gonna pass it around.
I got a spot for it too.
Well, the plaque is gonna come.
So I'm gonna work my magic, and I'm gonna make sure we all get a plaque.
The plaque is gonna come in the name of The Anthony Brown Show.
I don't give a shit about it coming into that.
This segment is called ATL Family and Friends.
But it's gonna say the ATL. Listen, that shit
all
better not
you
just
gotta
be on
do
your
is
wall.
all we gotta do is get the plaque, and after that, don't worry about that. You
get one. Split it in 4. She gonna split it in 4.
We get, man. They got what's them things? Them printers called 3D printers. We can print a whole plaque.
No, I want that one that come in the mail.
Okay, I'll mail it to you.
If you make it, I'm gonna send it to you.
I'll mail it to you.
Listen, we gonna go to get ready to get up out of here. Y'all know who I am. Hold on, AB, you get okay. Y'all know who I am. I'm the one, the only true.
Hold
on. Legacy the Great. Y'all can reach me on Facebook up under Dream Williams. YouTube, you can hit me at Legacy the Great. My email is legacyunlock@mail.com. Business is purpose only. Please reach out to me at 561-907-9129 or 229-630-7615. And before I get out of here, I want to go ahead and give the audience an opportunity to hear this joke. And I would love for someone to comment on it on Thursday when we get ready to have the big showdown and the hoedown. Okay. So the question is, why don't people like playing poker? I mean, not poker, Uno, with Latino, Dominicans, Republic. I mean, not Republic. Let me try it again. Why don't individuals like playing poker with the Spanish community?
Uno.
Uno.
You can't even tell it. You can't even tell it right.
Let me look at y'all. My eyes was closed. Let me look and see. They open now.
You reading it?
No. It says, why don't people like playing Uno with the Spanish community at all?
Man, that joke had me stunned. But when you said the answer,
the reason no one likes to play uno.
No, don't give them the answer. Let them watch the replay.
Listen, if they watch the replay, they're gonna see it happen. They're gonna see it then. They're gonna have the answer because I said it when the show, or did I show it when the show was going on?
It was when the show was going on.
Right.
And
So
that means they're gonna tune in for at least longer than a minute. And that means we gonna get that view. Don't let them hit that button. And while you at it, hit the like and subscribe button. And that way we get more and more closer to our goal.
Which
See,
is
we just gotta reel them in.
100,000 where the plaque can sit in my house.
So we're gonna go with 150,000 so that we'll be able to get 2.
Well, I don't think they do that for 2.
Listen, you don't know what they do.
ATL ho.
We gonna do it.